I only have one non-negotiable thing, and it's 3 zip codes that I just won't buy.
Yeah. Are there certain types of houses you won't buy? Siding, 2 bedrooms.
I'm very limited on siding, but when I say non-negotiable,
there you go. Yeah,
maybe not.
Maybe you'll make an exception.
Well, if the price is right.
Okay.
But I don't care what you give me in 38114, 38106, and 38126. It doesn't matter. You can hand it to me free. I'm gonna give it right back, or do what you did. I'm gonna instantly sell it. 38114. We're gonna skip to 38114 now. This is Orange Mound, another area where I tell you to stay far away from. Cigarette houses everywhere. Men came home from the war.
Shotgun houses.
Yeah, where they're straight back.
Yes.
They wanted to cram as many as they could on there. My mom told me it was when the men came home from war. They needed places to live, so they built a lot of these houses, as many as they could.
Yeah.
And they cigarette house or shotgun house or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, 38114. Defense Depot area, but Orange Mound is kind of where it's at. A lot of crime. I mean, there's crime all over Memphis, but this is just a high traffic area for it. In the end of 2022, July of 2022, there were 47 sales, 1187 square feet, 76,500 was your average sales price. At the end of July 23, we had 30 sales, 1278 square feet, 79,000. Held pretty steady as far as price point, dipped a little bit in your transactions.
It's a historic area, a lot of pride, Melrose High School, and there's some pockets in there, but 100% what you said, because here's the data. 25,000 people making $28,000. That turns out to a rent of $750.
Yep.
So it's $775. So our property management's got a few in there in the 800, a little more, just trying to help the folks who own over there. So Corlin sees some activity over there. As people, again, there's some pockets. It's just some challenges. 8,000 parcels built World War II, 1946.
Yeah.
Yep. People coming home. 1,300 square foot, 3 1.5. So, just again, other opportunities.
Yeah.
Other opportunities.
All right, 38106. We're going to run into a string of zip codes here that maybe aren't as favorable on our end.
Okay.
38106. This has been an area where I've said do not invest in. There are also turnkey providers going into this market that are changing.
Wow. Wow.
That are selling houses. I'm getting the calls. Hey, would you do this? My answer is emphatically no.
No.
Period.
Okay.
And you might say, why? Why would you not buy a turnkey property in 38106? Well, I'll tell you why. It's going to be brand new when you buy it. You're going to get 25% more rent than you normally would. And then after 2 years, that tenant's going to tear that property to shreds, and you're going to be right back down at the market rent.
Thank you.
And you paid way over market value for the property.
And the data
is going to prove that.
The data's going to prove that.
38106, West Person, Elvis Presley area. Not as much Elvis Presley. West Person is really what we're calling it. At the end of July of 22, we had 44 sales, 1,173 square feet, 52,000 is your average sales price. At the end of July of 23, we had 25 sales, 1,187 square feet, 56,000. Basically the same. You can see why I'm telling you not low rent in this area.
Yeah.
Let's get those numbers.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it literally is hustle and flow. Like this is where it was filmed. This is where the whole development of hustle and flow. And a lot of cool stuff. A lot of great music's come out of there.
Yeah.
A lot of great people. Just not a lot of great investors.
A lot of the tenant base is tough.
So there are 22,000 people in there making $27,000.
Yeah.
So less than $3,000 a month that they're making.
So your rent is
$750 a month.
Yeah. I'd say that's
property
high.
management's got just a handful over there, and it's about $700. I mean, it is tough. They're trying to help people out. It's a tough area. 8,000 parcels, 1946 as the average year built. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms.
Yeah,
small houses that are old.
And it's just, I mean, when you're renting a property, you need a good stable home and a good tenant base. And I'm not talking about one individual person. I'm just saying as a group, the tenant base is tough. They're just hard on houses, lower income, Section 8 and M. I mean,
there's a lot of challenges to be in 38106.
Big time. Yeah. All right. I'm again saying no. This is one of these areas where I tell you to pass on. 38126. Here's another extremely tough zip code that I tell you to stay away from.
Just north of 38106.
Yes, just north, and it South Memphis is what they call it. This is not going to surprise you, and it literally confirms the reason why I tell you no. At the end of July, this seems hard to believe, of 2022, there was one sale, 1580 square feet for $9,000. At the end of July of 2023, we had 6 sales this year. 1988 was your average square feet, 64,000. The only thing that tells me is there's some people that bought houses and put 25 into them and turned around and sold them for 60.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Stay away.
North, I call it North South Memphis.
Yep.
It's also, I saw some stuff that's like, it's tried to be SoFo south of the Forum because the FedEx Forum in Beale Street is right there.
Yes.
And they're trying to redevelop some stuff down in 126. But the problem is it's a lot of industrial. There used to be some old housing projects in Memphis. Memphis has done a job of tearing all those down and trying to build some mixed use housing in there. So you're talking about 6,000 people living in this zip code.
Yeah.
And they're only making $16,000.
Just tough.
So that's a $450 rent. So maybe some small multifamily, maybe. I mean, it's like, it just doesn't, it's what they're renting. I mean, it's like a rental house that doesn't make sense. Property management has some because on north of there that are renting for $1,000 because they're close to that Forum area, but it's a challenging area. There are only 1,000 parcels, not many sales, as you know. Built in 1960, 1,500 square foot, 3.5. So it's just it's better opportunities. Opportunities lie elsewhere as far as I would say.
Hard pass. I'm more.
That's why you do what you do.
Yeah, hard pass.